Alright guys, so what's up? So today, most of the guys are at the shop. Everyone's pretty much here. We're just hanging out, everyone's doing their own thing. We got David over here working on his wiring for his bike. Trying to get that situated and cleaned up. So he's gonna get that all extended. And then I think Richie's gonna come back during the week and solder it up because we don't have the solder gun today. But he's gonna get that done. Richie is over there working on his exhaust. Making it shorter, louder. I think so far he cut off the old muffler, which is here. Cut it off at the bend. And then he's gonna basically take these little small ones on both sides and get those in there. And there's going to be a shorter exhaust. I like the way it looks. I've always been a big fan of short exhausts on bikes, especially the ones that end towards the middle. So that should come out pretty cool. Those guys are working on that. Today I'm working on the front end of my car, just getting it ready for the intercooler setup that I want to run. I've been back and forth on running a V-mount or front mount. I love the way V-mounts look, so I kind of want to go with that. You don't see enough V-mounts. So what I did for just measurement purposes is that I took some cardboard and I basically made a core out of wood. I mean, it's not wood, cardboard of the core size that I'm going to order from Vibrant Performance for my intercooler. So this is just the core. This size doesn't include the ends of where the air flows through the intercooler, but this is just to kind of see where where it kind of fits in the middle. So the plan is to take this radiator support here and cut it off. I'm going to cut here. I wanted to go towards the end here, but I'm going to cut a little bit closer right now just because it's easier to take off more metal than it is to put on, obviously. So I'm going to cut here, remove this out, see how this fits. It's basically going to fit in there like that. A little slanted for the V-mount shape, and then the radiator will go beneath. So I need to figure that out as well. Maybe I can borrow one from somebody in the meantime so I can kind of just mount it up and just get an idea how it looks. But yeah, I've been putting this off only because I've been kind of nervous about cutting the radiator support off, but I want to make it so that the end tanks have a bracket that will bolt up to here, somewhere here and here, so that when I want to remove it, I can just unbolt it, take it out, and basically this whole thing is free and clear. I can just slide the motor right out. Just makes it a lot easier. I wanted to keep this, but it's pretty banged up, as you can see. So I was going to cut it out, and then eventually we'll get some flat stock and make our own bumper support that's removable as well, so that getting the bumper on and off and the whole front end taken out, so that you can slide the motor in and out much easier. It just makes things easier. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go cut this real quick, and then we'll be right back and see how that turned out. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Checking out that mustache.
Ew. It's not done. I'm about to chop that shit off.
Alright guys, so it's been a couple hours since we started. Let's see what happened. I think David pretty much finished extending all the wires. We just need to solder those up this week when we get a chance. But we're all extended and ready to go. All his lights work. Everything works, right, David?
Yep, they work.
Everything works. And so now he has brake lights, headlights, turn signals, and hopefully he doesn't get run over. Ernie and Rich over here are working on wrapping the headers for the bike. So they pretty much cut off the old exhaust and put on these little shorty exhaust tips that are much smaller and actually look a lot better. We'll show you that at the end. And right now we're just wrapping the headers, exhaust piping, whatever you want to call it, on the bike.
Stinks.
And,
Smells like coolie tub.
got that. And then me, I've pretty much hiked up the whole front end of my car. So I took off the whole radiator support. I took off the bumper support. So basically the idea is to run a V-mount, and just to kind of give you an idea, essentially the radiator will sit something like that at an angle, and the intercooler will sit on top, and I'm gonna make ends on the intercooler. Well, I'm gonna have ends made, and then adapt a little plate so that they can bolt up to here on the car. Essentially, they'll fit like that somewhat, and it'll be a V-mount. Check out my Freddy intercooler core that I made for mock-up purposes, but just to kind of get an idea of the widths. These are all cut to the scale of like a SR20 radiator, which is what I'm going to run, I believe. And one of the intercooler cores from Vibrant Performance. That's what I did with this to kind of get an idea. And of course, there's still enough space on both sides so that we can run the end tank. And I still have about a good 2.5 inches that I can cut off if need be on both sides. Yeah, for more space. So that's pretty much the idea for now. I may end up cutting this mid piece on the bottom. I wanted to keep it for support, but what I might do is I might cut this out and use square tubing instead and have it at an angle so that I can use it as a brace support for the radiator, and then make L brackets off of that to bolt up to the bottom of the radiator. And still need to figure out what I'm going to do for top support, but that's pretty much it. And then I'll run some type of brace off of here for the bumper, so the bumper is not shaking and moving in the wind as I'm driving. But that's pretty much it. So the exhaust is wrapped, all done. Now we're gonna put it back on the Bonneville. Put it back on the Bonnie.
On the Bonnie.
The old Bonnie.
Gotta install my bushing.
Sweet little Bonneville. That looks really good. Those are the original ones, so these things are massive. So for like size comparison, it ended like here somewhere, and will basically come out that far. So now the new ones, much shorter, come out there.
A little bit of a difference.
About a foot. About a foot difference. Here's my other hopes and dreams. This is my CB 500 71, which I started building and then kind of lost interest. But once we get done with David's bike over there, we'll put some more effort into this. One day. some more stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So not much else but to say, you know, just subscribe if you haven't, like, comment if you have anything to say. I'm sorry today was kind of dry, I didn't really say much. Just, I'm really tired, I've had a long day, long week at work. So that's it. You guys have a good night. Take it easy. Peace out. So I just got to the unit and luckily we were not affected too much. It sucks, I'll show it to you in a second. But basically as far as our unit, smoke did get in. So it smells like smoke in here. They have there's this strong air fan out here trying to purify the air or whatever. As you can see, the stuff is all over the floor, all the residue from the smoke. So it literally, it's all over the floor. We're gonna have to move the cars out this weekend and degreaser and power wash the floors and try to clean up as best as we can. It's basically everywhere. You can see it's like on the fenders. So I'm gonna have to scrub and power wash all that down as well. Luckily the engine was wrapped in a trash bag, so hopefully nothing got in there. Just cross my fingers. So smoke probably got all over these parts, so I'm probably gonna have to power wash this stuff out, clean it up with brake cleaner fluid or something. And yeah, we got pretty lucky, I guess. There's smoke everywhere, it smells like fire or smoke, whatever. So yeah, I'm pretty bummed out. I was excited to come in today and get some work done on the car, but now I'm just really depressed now. I don't want to be in here. So as you can see, the fire is basically at the other end of our units. We're over here and the fire's down there. I don't want to go there because they're working on it, but the second to last unit, the unit on the end is where jimmyoakes was before, so luckily those guys moved out just in time. And then his original neighbor, his unit is the one that caught on fire. I know he's a landscaper of some sort, I believe, and I don't know what he had in there that caught fire or what, but it did, and the whole thing pretty much went up in flames. The neighbor to him, Jim, I believe him, his property is fine. He deals with like motorcycles and stuff. All those bikes you always see in Jimmy's videos are basically that are being worked on are in his unit, and that's where he does. That's his livelihood. So luckily nothing happened to him, and his bikes are basically just covered in smoke dust, probably 5 times worse than what my bay is, but hopefully he can get that all cleaned up and fixed up. That's pretty much it. I mean, not the way I wanted to start my day. I'm pretty bummed out, you know, but what can you do? As far as I know, no one was hurt, which is the most important thing. No one was injured, and that's always a great positive. So we have to be grateful for that. Everything is just materials, and they can always be replaced, you know. The one thing that I do need to figure out, because I haven't done it yet, is set up insurance for our unit. I just haven't had the time, or I just haven't had the will to do it, actually, to be honest. So I do need to set up insurance, figure out the cost of that, and you know, everything in our unit. I have receipts for everything that I purchased for my vehicle, and so I have to get together with the other guys and see what they want to do. But I definitely have to at least insure my stuff and the tools that are in there. And if the guys want to insure any of their vehicles, stuff like that, we'll have to figure that out. And that's basically it. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to do. I can't really, you know, I don't know, there's just no point in being angry at anyone or whatever. It happened, no one's hurt. All our stuff's fine, thank God. Hopefully whoever, you know, whatever property was lost can be replaced. And that's pretty much it. I plan to come here and work on the car today, but honestly right now I'm just so bummed out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So there may or may not be more footage today. Otherwise I'm gonna wait till the weekend. I can come back with a mop, and some degreaser, and hopefully the guys can come over and help me move the cars out so that we can mop and start scrubbing the walls and the floors, because I mean it has to get done obviously, otherwise the smell's gonna be in here forever. But yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just out of it. Anyway, take it easy. And this will probably be part of another video, maybe by itself. I don't know. I'm just bummed. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Take it easy. Peace out.